Yeah, it's right around 3:30 p.m. on Tuesday, August 8th. I was actually just in the stairwell and just made a video about 5 minutes ago about how the criminally insane thug directly below me in 76, the one who is verifiably mentally and psychiatrically deficient, just started shouting at me in the stairwell directly below the landing on the front stairwell where I was standing and threatening to beat my ass if I continued to shake out my blanket while he was standing apparently directly below me. I couldn't see him because he was literally directly below me on the front stairwell landing, one floor below. And this is somebody who should have absolutely no knowledge of what I happen to be shaking out or not shaking out in the front stairwell at any given moment. Because again, he did not go up the stairs in front of where I was standing and shaking out my blanket, and my blanket was folded while I was shaking it out. So it was not hanging down past the banister of the balcony where I was standing. So again, this guy never should have been able to see what I happened to be shaking out in the front stairwell. But not only did he seem to know that I was shaking out my blanket, he threatened to, quote, beat my crazy ass if I continued to shake out this blanket while he was standing directly below me. He's the one who decided to go out and stand directly below where I happened to be shaking out the blanket and confront me. I mean, that's a crazy person right there. Why is he shouting at me at 3:30 in the afternoon when I'm minding my own business and trying to do a little bit of cleaning and organizing, and he's just lurking around in the stairwells and hallways, screaming at people and threatening to beat their ass if they continue to do whatever it is that they're trying to do to mind their own business and clean their living space. So this is like the third time this has happened in the last few weeks. This person is, again, the one who is verifiably criminally insane. I'm not. I don't have any mental health issues and absolutely no psychiatric history whatsoever, except for getting angry when criminally insane people like this thug directly below keep confronting me when I'm in the process of minding my own business, and they aggressively threaten to beat my ass if I continue to do whatever it is that I happen to be doing that's my business and has nothing to do with them. So now I have to notify management. I've notified management. This person entered this unit on May 14th, Sunday, May 14th, when I was down the hall brushing my teeth in the common bathroom with the door open. This criminally insane thug directly below in 76. They're verifiably criminally insane, as opposed to me not having any psychiatric history or actual mental health issues, aside from the levels of frustration and anger that are pretty normal when dealing with people who are very aggressive and confrontational and are incapable of minding their own business, right? So any normal, reasonable person would become angry and frustrated when constantly confronted by people they don't know and don't want to have anything to do with about the things that they say and do in the privacy of their living space, right? Why is this literally crazy thug directly below confronting me in the stairwell at 3:30 in the afternoon when I'm not making any noise really, but it's the middle of the day. I have the right to do what I need to do to clean and organize. Why is this criminally insane thug directly below suddenly jumping out into the stairwell directly below me and shouting at me really loud about how he's going to beat my crazy ass if I continue to shake out that blanket in the stairwell? So most reasonable, normal people would get some kind of frustration and anger about that kind of situation, especially if it keeps happening over and over while they're in the course of trying to get things done and minding their own business and not trying to interact with these verifiably criminally insane low-life thugs like the one directly below in 76.
Run to the office directory, press 4 or press 0 for the front desk.
Okay, so I'm calling Greenville. This is the Greenville number.
Invalid input. Please try again.
Hello, you've reached the Greenville Real Estate Group. You may dial an extension at any time. For rentals,
Thank you for calling the Greenville Group.
Yes, hi. I'm calling from Unit 89 to report that the aggressive and criminally insane thug who lives directly below me in Unit 76 suddenly came out of his unit and stood directly below me on the front stairwell landing about 10-15 minutes ago and was literally shouting up at me about how he was going to beat my crazy ass if I continued to shake out the blanket that I was quietly shaking out for just maybe 10 or 15 seconds while he decided to suddenly come out onto the front landing directly below and shout at me in the stairwell.
Okay, sounds good. I'll put a note on it.
Yeah, this is like the third time this has happened in the last few weeks. And because I'm simply quietly trying to just do some cleaning and organizing, he becomes very aggressive, confrontational, and threatening in the front stairwell whenever I happen to be standing there just shaking out a blanket or shaking out some towels or whatever.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I have the right to shake out my towels and blankets and mind my own business and do my own cleaning, especially in the middle of the afternoon. And if this verifiably criminally insane, aggressive, violent thug directly below decides to make it his business to suddenly go out into the front stairwell and start shouting at me, then he's letting his stupid and crazy show. I have the right to be frustrated and angry when continually confronted and aggressively harassed by this nut job directly below about things that I'm doing that are perfectly normal, reasonable, and functional, unlike him, who obviously can't stay away from people because he keeps shouting up at them in the front stairwell and can't mind his own business and can't keep his aggression to himself, clearly. So who's crazy here? Obviously not me. He is. I'm simply minding my own business and shaking out my blankets and towels. If he has an issue with that, then he's the one with the mental health problems, not me.